Hello, and welcome to the channel here. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot, and I will be doing your reading today. This is a reading for the collective. This is a reading for anyone who's in the ascension process, for light workers, for star seeds, and for anyone that wants clarity as to what is going on, why this is happening, and especially on the heels of the winter solstice and this eclipse season that we've been through. So my goal is to provide clarity and spread light and awareness and help you anchor into self-love and come out of any energy of fear or self-doubt or hopelessness, because that's been pretty pervasive this month. I was going to say this summer. Time is such an illusion right now. Time is losing its meaning rapidly. We are rapidly ascending here on this planet, on planet Earth. And as well as if you're in a higher level soulmate connection, a kindred spirit connection, or a twin soul connection, you will also be resonating with this reading. And oftentimes you will hear me talk about the divine feminine, divine masculine. If you're a twin soul, you can apply that to your external counterpart, but you can also, anybody and everybody can apply it to their internal masculine and feminine energies, right? So the goal on this planet is for everyone to reach inner union. Now, some people will end up with their physical counterpart, right? The twin soul. If you identify as a twin flame or a twin soul, some people will end up with that physical counterpart. Others will end up with an incredible higher level soulmate or kindred spirit. Please detach from the label as much as possible. The labels are disintegrating, right? Conservative, liberal, left, right, black, white, poor, rich, all of these labels are going to start to disintegrate as we continue on our ascension path and ascension journey. So one of the things that I offer to help, I'm not currently offering readings, but what I do offer is enlightenment and guidance sessions for your journey. And I offer these with an incredible and very, very powerful Reiki master, Holly. And we work together to do this. So if you're interested, we are offering sessions now, not until January of next year, which is obviously a couple days away, but we are booking out into January, February of 2022. These sessions are limited every month. So if you're interested, you would want to book now. And the other thing that I want to say is if you're struggling right now, please understand that this is very normal right now. It's very normal to feel hopeless. It's very normal to feel scared. It's very normal to feel overwhelmed. It's very normal to feel alone. So one of the very best things that we can do is to seek connection to source, seek connection to self, seek connection to the divine, because we have sort of relied on connection to the outside world, connection to others, connection to a counterpart or a partner or a person or a friend, etc. We are learning how to master being alone but not being lonely. So I'm sending love and light out to all the lands wherever it's needed at this time, but know that you have your own light that exists inside of you to shine and to bring you out of any darkness that you might be feeling on your journey. So for today's reading, I have the Wild Unknown Tarot, the Sacred Forest Oracle, and the Cosmic Reading cards. I chose these because my guides told me these are the cards that wanted to be read today, that wanted to be felt, that wanted to be experienced. And we're going to start actually with the Sacred Forest. So I'll set the other decks aside, I'll shuffle the cards, and we will start to tune into the energies here. So the energies coming from the Sacred Forest Oracle. So what I love about the Sacred Forest Oracle is these are cards to help you open to a higher dimension, a higher timeline, higher expression of love, of self, of your power, your gifts, okay? We're gonna give it one more shuffle here. Okay, so we're gonna take these 4 cards. We've got 4 cards. So the cards are chatty, probably because I haven't done a reading in a couple days. And let's take a look. Interesting. Yes, there's the chaos we talked about. But what's happening with this chaos? Okay, there we go. What's happening with the storm spirit? And we have had very stormy energy where I am. A lot of you have experienced a lot of stormy energy. But also, we've had tornadoes touch down in both Kentucky and Texas, probably other places, but 2 of the places that I'm aware of at this point in time. Kentucky doesn't have a history of tornadoes, so this is very unusual that this would happen. So the earth is purging, okay? The world, the ground is purging, and there's a purification process. So the stormy energy is coming in to clear the path, and you can see, I'm not sure who that's supposed to be, God or Jesus, or if it's an ascended master, but you can see the energies there of the powers that be that are causing these storms to happen. We are purifying, we are unearthing the divinity of this planet, and it's clearing the land, you know, because there's a lot of signs that point towards us growing our own food in coming years and creating communities, you know, communal living and establishing ways of supporting one another and going back to that more simplistic way of life and way of living. And so, yeah, there's a purification process coming in here in the winter. And we just had the winter solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere yesterday. So very, very, very pivotal time here on the planet. It's a very pivotal point in the year, a pivotal point in the season. So I'm not surprised to see the winter energy come up here as well. So I'm hearing for some of you that live near the mountains, there may be fires also. Like there's a fire energy here coming through. There may be fires causing chaos or raging here in the winter while the earth, the air is really dry. There's sort of that energy that the fires are coming to clear the land as well. So we're going to be seeing more and more of these, I think, natural disasters, if you will, as we go through this ascension process. And you guys know that I don't share anything to scare you. I share it to empower you so you have an understanding of what's happening here on the planet. And we have Bluebell Fairy gratitude. So there's an energy of gratitude that is always accessible in our heart space. That's always accessible in the mind. We get to decide the kind of attitude or energy that we want to embody that day, that moment, that place and time. So I sort of feel like that's just a reminder that you can always choose gratitude. And then moonlight enchantment magic. So there's a wolf energy here, a wolf spirit. And here, what is this? This looks like the elk spirit. So elk and wolf coming through is some powerful emblems here. And for me, the elk is like a steadfast energy. It's a steady energy. It's an energy of really the divine masculine, of power, of strength, like real strength, soul strength. I'm not talking about somebody who goes to the gym and just works on their physical body. I'm talking about somebody who does mind, body, and spirit energy and strength training. Somebody who has self-awareness. And then here, moonlight enchantment. So the wolf, there's a lone wolf here. And this is what we've been talking about, the energy of solitude and solace and needing time alone, but not feeling lonely. So getting comfortable with being alone, but not in the energy or space where you're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel abandoned by, you know, society or God or friends or family, but rather the energy of I'm feeling alone, but I'm not lonely. I know, I'm aware that I'm alone, but I'm not lonely because I know who I am. I know the gifts that I carry. I know who my soul family is. And you know, a lot of you are connecting to pets and animals right now, and a lot of you are feeling the shifts and the changes in significant ways in physical ascension symptoms this month. So just be mindful, guys. Hold tight, hold steady, hold the line, okay? Light workers, hold the line. We are, you know, we're asked to sort of go with the flow this month. We're asked to kind of hold steady, okay? I just keep on seeing the flow card pop up here. So let's get a card for the masculine energy for the collective. Now the masculine energy is purging anger right now in general. That doesn't mean every single person who identifies as a masculine or somebody who carries masculine energy is going to be angry or pissed off. It just means that in general, the collective is purging the anger. And it might almost feel like a bipolar energy if you're in contact with your counterpart, where you feel the energy of 1 minute they're nice and want to be with you, and the next minute they're, you know, kicking you to the curb, or they're just being an asshole. There's a lot of stuff going on with the masculine as they, you know, prepare to really. They're hunting for their truth like a lion. Okay, I shared that with my group. They're hunting for their truth. You wouldn't disturb a lion hunting, right? Hunting its prey. So don't disturb the masculine while they're hunting for their truth. And, you know, what's coming through for the masculines, yeah, look, truth. I can't make this up. Raven spirit. Raven is a portal to other realms, to other worlds. So the masculine energy, both within and without, internal and external, is craving or searching for, sourcing their truth, okay? Now, the raven speaks truth. The raven is a very chatty bird, a chatty animal, and he will speak truth. He will deliver truth. He's a messenger of the divine. He's a messenger of truth. And the dragon energy here is power. So power being brought in, the light, luminosity here. The light, you know, the truth brings in the light. So the truth brings in power. When you're in your truth, you're in your power. When you're not standing in your truth, you're not appreciating your truth, you can't be in your power. It's impossible. So those are cards that I really like seeing for the masculines. I would always like seeing those cards come up at any point in the journey, obviously. But their soul is craving the truth, right? The soul wants the truth. So they're letting go of what's not authentic. And in doing so, they're being called to really step into their power. Yeah, stark honesty. And if you guys have studied Greek mythology or Roman mythology, you'll know that the Greeks believed that the ravens were messengers from the gods themselves. So that they carried messages, divine messages of wisdom and insight and clarity. So they always considered them good omens. So this is a really, really good omen for us to see with the divine masculine. I'm honestly a little surprised, but I think the truth is what is causing the masculine, you know, the crumbling of the old and the beginning of the new, but that's what's causing the masculine to maybe purge the anger, because they feel like they can't help but speak the truth and live in the truth now. And it might be pissing some of them off because they no longer can wear that mask that they've worn for so long that's protected them, quote unquote, from having to show their, you know, it's almost like playing a card game, playing poker. They've had the poker face for so long that all of a sudden they can't help but reveal what their cards are, but show their cards and wear their heart on their sleeve, okay? So the masculines are stepping into their power and beginning to take charge of their lives, beginning to speak their truth, and they're taking back the authority of their life. They're taking back their power. Where have they given their power away? In the past, in this life, or in other lifetimes? Now, oftentimes when the masculine purges, the feminine may feel this as sleepless nights, insomnia, anxiety, maybe heart chakra pains. So be mindful, feminine, you know, use natural healing tools to work with that insomnia, to work with that anxiety. And you can always work, you know, the sessions that Holly and I offer, they're healings in and of themselves. It's a healing session and a guidance session. So it's a 2-in-1 and a 2-for-1. If you are interested in those sessions, I forgot to mention that they're on the website. It's listed below in the description box, along with my Patreon, which is another way to support myself, my work, and my channel. And you can also, if you have questions, you can reach out to me. But I am in limited, I don't want to say contact, but I'm not answering a lot of emails until January. I'm taking some time off. So it would be best to book on the website. The sessions are very powerful. The sessions are life-altering, and the sessions will help cleanse and clear. We work with your chakra system. We work with your energies. We can work also, if you're a divine counterpart, we can check in with the energies of your divine counterpart to see where you guys are on the journey, where the twisting is, right? The twisting that creates the inner union, the outer union, and what you can do to speed up the process of reaching that inner union, which is going to bring you abundance, peace, harmony, success, etc. So it's a very powerful session. Well, it's a package of 3, very powerful package of sessions, and it's designed to completely empower you and help you step into a new state of being, a new state of acceptance of this journey, because a lot of people are in denial. A lot of people want off the journey at this time, and also to get you grounded back into your own skin. So yes, the masculines, if they've lost their strength or their courage to speak their truth in the past, which they have, they're gaining that back now. But as you can see, it's almost like a Four of Swords energy. So they're exhausted, they're tired, they're going to need time to recoup. They're going to need time to regenerate, rejuvenate themselves, and to really and truly step forward, because it's not just like, oh, I have to be honest at work. I have to be honest in all areas and all facets of my life now, including, and the most important is starting with oneself. That's a lot for the masculine to take on. It's a lot for them to think about and ponder and consider. So they're taking the time now to sit with that. They're taking the time to reflect on that. I wouldn't expect a lot of action until next year, honestly. I wouldn't expect a lot of action here in the last, few days of December. Even with the holidays, guys. Detach from the label, detach from the need for, a message or communication, and focus on yourself. Focus on what's right in front of you. Go to an ugly Christmas sweater party, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, because why the fuck not? I'm going to one tomorrow, and bring yourself to allow yourself, give yourself permission to feel and experience joy, whether the physical counterpart is in your life or not. Okay, so this is interesting that the masculine is experiencing judgment. Okay, after judgment, we have the World card. This is the 20th card. The 21st card is the World card. It's the card of karmic cycles. It's the card of moving forward. It's the card of a cycle ending. Okay, a cycle ending. But first, you have to experience self-forgiveness, self-redemption. Okay, redemption of self, redemption, forgiveness of others. So that's what the masculine is working on right now, and that's why they're probably feeling very tired, translating to the feminine feeling pretty exhausted herself, as she helps to transmute the energies of anger and the energies of pain. Now, for some of them, they're feeling the Ten of Swords energy. This is another card of endings. This is a card of a very painful cycle in the masculine's life coming to an end, because they learn the truth. They learn the truth about the karmic partner. They learn the truth about who they really are and what they really want. They learn the truth about the deception and lies that they've told themselves and told others. They learn the truth about their job, or the truth about money, the truth about the world, the truth about what's really going on in the world. They started to realize that what they thought was true or real or tangible wasn't ever really real, true, or tangible. And that's a painful place to be in. So although they're stepping into their truth and, they're experiencing for the first time, at least in a long time, stepping into their power, this has not been easy for the masculines, guys. And look, I have proof of this. You guys have emailed me. I have also proof from the members in my group coaching program. They're telling me, those who are in touch with their masculines, the masculines are angry. The masculines are, one sent like a Hulk emoji or Hulk gif. So they're pissed. They're pissed. They want to throw things around. They want to scream. They feel like it's that feeling of being trapped and just wanting out. Okay. They're dealing with legal issues, legal battles. Yeah, and they're overcoming addictions, the devil energy. So they're overcoming the energy of addictions. And by the way, guys, the addictions can be alcohol, drugs, gambling. It can be sex. It can be lust, pornography. It can be a number of things. Work, right? It could be workaholism. So they're dealing with, these are some harsh energies here. So I'm glad to see the energies of truth, the raven energy, and dragon. It's like the divine is communicating to the masculine, saying, you got to speak your truth. This is the truth. You can no longer turn a blind eye. It's a painful process. The Ten of Swords is a painful ending. It's a painful energy. You've been deceived. You've been, in some way, you have seen the truth, but you see how the sword is going through the bull's eye here. So what that tells me is they didn't want to see the truth. They didn't want to face it, but they're being made to face the truth. They're being made to experience Judgment Day. That Judgment Day is forcing them to examine their addictions and where they have given their power away, because in addiction, you give your power away to that thing, that experience, that person. You give your power away, and all of a sudden you're not in control. You're not in control. Now, for the feminine energy, we have here the Magician. So a very playful energy, an energy of hope, an energy of having the tools that you need right at your disposal. You know, that tool belt is full. You've got the pentacles, you've got the swords, right? You've got the energy of wands, you've got the energy of the cups, you've got everything you need, and you get to decide, what is it that I wish to play with today or experiment with today? What do I wish to create? The Magician is all about creating. It's a creation energy, right? It's nestled in there. It's right after the Fool card, and it's nestled in there with the Empress energy, the High Priestess energy, the Emperor energy. So this is very divine energy here, because we have the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, and it goes on and on. So it's a very divine energy. It's an energy of high vibration, and you can see that with the light here that is coming in, that is shining on. It's the energy of that comes in fast, because in this deck we have the depiction of the cheetah energy. It's coming in fast and furious. So feminines, you have stepped into your power in a way that feels different this time. There's something different about this energy. There's something more divine. It's an energy of self-empowerment. It's an energy of action. You're taking action. You're moving forward in some way. For many of you, it's dropping the label. Some of you have walked into soulmate relationships, or are experimenting with meeting new people, or whether it's friends or romantic partners or business partners, but you're putting yourself out there in some way. You're experimenting with these tools that you have. One thing about the divine feminine right now is she is a woman or a man of integrity. The divine feminine must be met at the level she's at. She will not go down. She's not able to step down the ladder. She can only move up. She can only move forward in her journey. She wants someone that's going to meet her on the path. And the depiction they're giving me, the visual that I'm getting is, a woman walking along like briskly or hiking. It's like on a hiking path somewhere in the mountains, somewhere, feels like California, but she's walking along and the masculine comes up like briskly, like running to catch up with her. And so these masculines that are coming in, a lot of them can be divine masculines, maybe not your divine masculine, but they are divine, and they have done their work. They know who they are. They know who they're not. And they're not playing games, because the feminine has no room for games anymore. She's not playing games with anybody. So there's a very beautiful energy here that the feminine has chosen to embody, a boundless energy, a very expansive energy. Again, it's the energy of light. It's the energy of fresh new. And this is like action, action, action. Like they just showed me lights, camera, action. So feminine, some of you will be coming into fame, some of you will be coming into great amounts of abundance or money, or otherwise just being acknowledged for the work that you've done. See yourself as this cheetah. See yourself with the grace, the agility, the speed that this cheetah has. And notice how your gifts are starting to really come online. Guys, this is why I've been telling you, and probably other readers too, I don't know, but this is why I've been telling you to go within this month and to be quiet and to be still. Why? Because you're about to burst open from the pen. You're about to burst open. You're a wildcat. You are ready for action, but you had to give yourself time to rest. It's why I haven't posted as much here on the channel. It's why I've been a little quieter on Patreon. And if you're a Patreon follower, you know I don't post for quantity, I post for quality. I post when there's something of significance to say. I post and I will work on those posts for hours at a time, sometimes days at a time, editing, shifting, changing the words, making sure that what's included, what needs to be included is included. So I've been a little quieter this month. but I expect to be very, very mouthy, very communicative next month. I had to rest my throat chakra. A lot of you, you noticed that my cough is gone, but I had that cough for about, I don't know, 6 weeks or something like that, as a lot of you experienced those throat chakra healings. I had to rest because the more I talked, the more I coughed, the more it was aggravating my throat. I had to rest. And your mind, right? The crown chakra upgrades that we're receiving right now, you have to rest, you have to sleep, you have to listen to your body, listen to what it needs. So the feminine is also embodying strength. So look at this cat energy. We've got cheetah energy, lion energy. You guys know I'm a crazy cat lady. There's no such thing as a crazy cat lady. Cats are amazing. I'm an ecstatic cat lady, cat owner, and so I love seeing the big cat energy here. Now, this lion embodies the energy of strength, the energy of beauty. This isn't a lion. I mean, yes, the lion is fierce, but there's a fierce courageousness here. He's got the rose in his mouth, but he's holding it very gently. He's not biting it, chewing down on it. He's not trying to destroy it. He's trying to keep it intact. But in both of these cards, guys, you see the energy, the high-powered energy, the sun, the energy of the light. So the feminine is very much in the light. Feminine is very much embodying that light. The masculine is very much in the energy of darkness right now. But as you see, the truth is on its way. But you see right now, the masculine might still be sleeping. The masculine might still be needing lots and lots of rest. And I encourage you to let go of not only labels right now, but I encourage you to let go of talking about karmic partners or addictions, like anything that has stood in the way or been an obstacle in your connection. Just stop talking about it, stop thinking about it, stop worrying about it, stop wondering about it. Focus on yourself. Look, you've got so much to be grateful for, feminine. There's no need for you to stress yourself out worrying or wondering about what the other person is doing when the other person is just you in another body. If you're twin flame, that's you in another body. If you're a soulmate and you have a soulmate connection, that's different. It's two souls in two different bodies. But if you're watching this and you're a twin flame, let go of the need to know what they're doing, who they're with. Is it over? You just gotta let it go. It will eat you alive and it will hinder your progress, your personal progress. You came here, you come into inner union, you meet the person in the physical to get your gifts. What the universe cares about most, and this might be an unpopular opinion and probably very triggering, so triggering alert here, trigger alert, but I'm only gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything because that doesn't help anybody. That just keeps you stuck. Inner union is where it's at. The universe only cares about inner union. Outer union is fantastic, but it's not necessary. Inner union is what's necessary for all of us on this planet, right? It's the jam. The outer union is a bonus. It's a plus. It's wonderful. It's amazing, but it's not necessary. Once you reach the point where you're not triggered with that knowledge, when the irony of this is once you reach the point, twins, twin flames out there, twin souls, where you don't care if you come into physical union or not, it doesn't matter. That's the time that your masculine steps up to the plate. That's the time where your feminine opens up. That's the time where you can come into physical union. But the more you care about it, guess what, guys? The more of a fight it's gonna be. The more your focus is on the other person, the other out there, you're just gonna stay stuck spinning your wheels for months, for years. Let go of the other person in the physical. Let them do what they need to do or want to do or are doing. Let them experience whatever lessons they need to experience, whatever relationships they need to experience. It's none of your business, okay? Focus on you. What is your business? What's right in front of you? Yes, yes, yes. So there is, look at this, guys. We have the 9 of Cups and Death. And you know why I love seeing this together? Oh, this is Scorpio energy. I'm a Scorpio sun, Scorpio Venus. So yes, amen. Scorpio energy is amazing. Why? Because it allows us to experience the death and the rebirth energy. It's not just a death, it's a rebirth. Yeah, it's a bare bones kind of energy. But guess what? That's where new beginnings come from. You have to have an ending to experience a new beginning. And this is a new beginning in love. This is harmony. This is that love that you've always dreamed of. Don't limit yourself, or don't limit the love. Don't put a label on it. Don't slap it onto one person out of 7 billion people in the world. Guys, allow yourself to be expansive. That's the energy that you're tapping into here with the Magician and the Strength. Allow yourself to expand your horizons. Open yourself up to what's out there. Your masculines do it a lot. The majority of the masculines have karmic relationships. Now the feminine, typically, some feminines are in karmic relationships, but typically if you meet your masculine and you're single, it means you've already had your karmic relationships. Amen. Hallelujah. Like, can I get a hallelujah? And that means that from here on out, the partners that you meet will be higher level soulmates or kindreds. It will be smooth sailing. Okay, so the 9 of Cups here is whatever you want it to be. Abundance, joy, luck, love, travel, clients, right? Good food, like good health, friendship, new horizons, creativity, whatever, creative projects, whatever that might be. But something has to die first. And it's this idea that one person is going to make you happy, guys. You got to let that go. You got to let the title go, the label go. It doesn't matter. How does this person make you feel? If this person doesn't make you feel whole, not whole, that's wrong. Scratch that. You make yourself feel whole. If this person doesn't make you feel joy, if this person doesn't make you feel good, like go with what you feel. Go with what you feel around this person. If you feel worse being around this person or having this person in your life, they're still unhealed. What's happening, guys, with the karmics? I'm going to break it down in like 30 seconds. Their wounds, the karmic's wounds, are matching the masculines. If the masculine's refusing to do their work, hasn't done their work, whatever, the feminine has leveled up. Her wounds are healed. You can't detect them anymore. So then the masculine looks for them in her, but he sees or feels more of an attraction or a lust. It's a lust. It's not a love for this karmic person because the wounds match. Oh, I'm going to call that love. I can't get away from this person. The feminine's over there going, all right, dumb shit. Like, I am not going to ever go down to that level. And on some level, the masculine knows that's my love, that's my person. And they're always going to think about you. They're always going to compare other people to you. But they've got to go learn that lesson with a karmic, because you can't teach them those lessons, because you can't go down to that level. Okay, and so when you met, your wounds probably matched, and that's why it felt like heaven, and that's why the masculine was so drawn to you. But the moment you stood up for yourself, the moment you put boundaries up, the moment you let go of that wound, you healed that wound, you identified it, you healed it, you walked away. The masculine suddenly questioned, is this really the person? Is this really the one? And they go out and they explore. Maybe it's somebody else. I feel very drawn to this person. I feel a lot of passion for this person. Well, passion isn't love, guys. Far from it. It's not the same thing. It's not what the movies tell you. It's not what society tells you. It's all bullshit. Love is not based on passion. It's not based on lust. It's based on a shared sense of intimacy. It's based on trust. It's based on integrity. It's based on honesty. It's based on respect, mutual respect. The karmic and the masculine, they don't have that. And chances are, if you're a feminine and you have a karmic, you don't have that either. The closeness isn't there. So what I'm saying, guys, is let go of the need or desire to be with your masculine. If they're unhealed, why would you want to be with them anyway? This is tough love, guys. I told you, trigger warning. Why would you want to be with them anyway? They're not ready. They can't give you what you need. They cannot give you what you need in that state, in that frame of mind. It's impossible. You got to let that go. And when you let that go, you will receive your 9 of Cups. But as long as you're holding on to that version, that unhealed version of your counterpart that you feel like they need to come in, and why are they dating this person? Guess what? You're going to continue. The universe is like, oh, she wants more of a continuation of this cycle, a continuation of more of what's happening, more of this. Okay? So find a way, guys. Find the strength. You've got it. You're a divine feminine to release. You got to release the counterpart, and you've got to move forward. I'm not saying the counterpart's never coming back. I never said that. I'm saying they may or they may not. I'm saying inner union is the jam. It's where it's at. It's the goal. It's the ultimate goal. Look at this. Union energy, the Fool. Okay, so we have the energy of the Fool, the energy of a new beginning, the energy of hope. It's a fledgling bird. It's like, that's like the masculines, like in 2022, like, I'm all naked and shit. Like, I ain't got no feathers. I'm all naked and shit. I don't know where to go. Where am I gonna go? I don't want to fall. And the feminine's like, go ahead, fall. Like, it's okay to fall. That's what this is about. Show your true self. The feminine will take nothing less than your true self, masculine. Okay? I feel like there's a lot of masculines watching this video for some reason. She or he will take nothing less than your full, whole self. The truth. She wants the truth. You have to come in with the truth now, masculines. Nothing less will do. The feminines are rising. The feminines are walking away. They're walking towards their dreams. They're walking towards love. They're walking towards their fresh new experiences. And if you want to be in there, you're gonna have to prove it. You're gonna have to prove that you're there to stay. You're gonna have to prove that there's no more in and out, hot and cold. You're gonna have to prove that you have what it takes. Do you have what it takes, masculine? Maybe your feminine hasn't seen that yet. Maybe you've walked away too many times. Maybe you've chosen other people. Maybe you've chosen addictions. You've chosen work. You've chosen money and power and greed. She doesn't know. She doesn't know if she can trust you. So the trust is what has to be rebuilt at this time. So masculines are receiving a ton of crown chakra downloads and upgrades, but more so downloads, I'm hearing. So a lot of downloads are coming in through the crown chakra for the divine masculine. And this is probably causing them to feel like they're losing their shit a little bit. So it's causing them to feel a little crazy. It's causing them to feel like they're losing their balance or coordination. They might lose their train of thought. And this is affecting their work, especially those that have very serious jobs in the corporate world where you have to be serious all the time and you have to be on point all the time. They're losing their ability to be in control. They're losing their ability to kind of, they're losing some respect in the corporate world because of the gifts that are coming in for them, because of the truths that are being revealed to them. And they can't block it out anymore, guys. They can't. Look, I mean, you can't block that out. It's coming in whether they like it or not. So a lot of downloads, a lot of truth bombs, and it's just hitting them left and right all day long. But especially when they're at work. And the divine is orchestrating this so that the masculine leaves and walks away from these corporate jobs that are killing them. The masculine has been a workaholic. The masculine has put all his energy and time and force. But I love what I do. Bullshit. Most of them are miserable. And you know how I know this is I've had 2 doctor's appointments. I've seen 2 sports doctors for my torn shoulder. I have a slap tear in my shoulder. Pretty fucking painful. I'm trying to figure out what my course of action will be to start healing it. 2 doctors, terrible bedside manner, terrible. They both seemed miserable. I couldn't find the light in either of them. They were both swimming in darkness. They barely gave me any of their time. It was like pulling teeth to get answers out of them. One of them spent about 5 to 7 minutes with me max. The other one spent about 20. One told me there was 0 hope. The other one was like, oh, let's just do surgery. No, on the first visit. Didn't even take time to get my history to really find out anything about me or to even be compassionate or empathetic with the pain that I was experiencing. Horrible experiences. those masculines, that masculine energy is, they're not going to be able to do that for much longer. I'll tell you that much. They're miserable. Okay. So the masculines are miserable in these jobs. I don't care what they say. And I've heard, from my own masculine, oh, I love what I do. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're stressed out. Work has been your life. This isn't really what you want to do. And they're going to be starting a new chapter. They might like aspects of what they do. Let me rephrase that. They might enjoy aspects of what they do. Like, if they're a people person, like my masculine is, they like being around people, but there's many different ways to be around people, to lighten your load, to not have to stress yourself out all the time just for the sake of money or really money. I can't make it unless I, work 80 hours a week. Bullshit. Right? So the masculines are really having an awakening, and the new chapter is coming in again, whether they like it or not. It's out of their control. Masculines, it's out of your control. You need to let go. The more you resist, the harder it's going to be. Take it from the feminine energy who has been through it. Sorry, Charlie. Sorry, Chi-Chi. Oh, I know. I hit Charlie up. The cards hit Charlie. They flew on the ground and they disturbed his nap. So feminine, awaken, surrender, awaken. Yes, continue. You're having a massive awakening, feminine. I mean, this is like this. Yeah, they show the crown chakra, third eye, but this is being felt on all levels. Very similar to the energy here of the golden crown for the masculine. So a little bit of mirroring going on there, but this is exhausting and it's what's causing your physical symptoms. So keep that in mind, rest, and just surrender. That's what I've been talking about, guys. Surrender for both the feminine and the masculine. You've got to surrender to the what is. You've got to surrender to the moment. Just surrender, guys. Give yourself rest these last 9 days of the year. It's almost over. Give yourself that time and space. You don't owe anybody anything. You owe yourself this time. Communication, so that's interesting. I'm inquiring about union energies, and I did see communication. They're not showing me very clearly. It's because I don't think they want me to. Okay, yeah, they're not going to give me like a clear answer here when I ask about union, because we're not meant to know, guys. It's why I've taken a break. It's part of the reason I've taken a break this month, is we're not meant to know and always have messages from the masculine. I know you guys love those, but if you want to be happy, the work that needs to be done is within yourself. It's not on learning what the masculine's doing, what they're thinking, who they're with. That doesn't help you. I do those for entertainment purposes because you guys love them, but that's not what's going to help you on your journey. I can guarantee you that. It's going to potentially hold you back. It's going to keep you looping. I will do those when I'm called to do those, but right now what I'm being called to do is uplift humanity. I'm being called to bring more light in. So if you could please like this video, I can't stress how much that helps people who need to find this video find the video. If you just give it a like, it takes like literally 0.5 seconds. Subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon to get all notifications, share the video with whomever you think may benefit. These all really greatly help the message get spread and me to continue growing the channel, to be able to spread the message, to be able to deliver these messages to you guys. Stand in your strength, guys. Embody the energy, the big cat, the wild cat energy of strength and action, but not until January. Right? Like, I know you're rearing to go, but not until January. Keep it calm, keep it still. For 9 more days, we're almost there. I'm sending you guys lots of love and support. Take care.